Hello and welcome to The Arena. Thanks for joining me for the launch of a brand new interactive video series here on the channel, where we will be conducting a tournament to decide which is the greatest team livery of all time, as voted by you, the viewers. This is a tournament where each and every team and car that raced at Formula 1 level will be in the running to be crowned as Battle of the Liveries champion. In this, the first video of the series, I'll be taking some time to outline the structure of the tournament and the voting process. The Battle of the Liveries will be a 32 entrant knockout tournament that will take place over the coming weeks here on the F1 Livery History's YouTube channel through a series of interactive videos which will effectively function as polls. The plan is to produce this series on a weekly basis in order to give everybody time to cast their vote and have their voice heard, and so I encourage you all not only to vote for your favourite liveries, but also to weigh in with your opinions, engaging with me and the rest of the YouTube audience in some friendly Discord. Feel free to make your case for what you believe is the best livery of all time. In order to narrow the field down to a shortlist of 32 candidates which will enter the tournament proper, and also to ensure we get a healthy spread of cars from different eras of history, we will be staging nomination rounds with a set number of entrants to be chosen from each decade. In this video, we'll be choosing the 5 best liveries from 2010 right up until the current 2020 season. The next video will focus on nominations from liveries for the 2000s, in which 5 more cars will qualify, working our way backwards in this manner through the 1990s, the 1980s, 1970s, until finally arriving at the pre-sponsorship era, to include the top 5 liveries from that time frame. The final 2 slots will be wildcard entrants chosen by me, bringing our total number of entrants to 32. Below in the comments section you will find every team that competed during the decade in question listed in the form of pinned comments posted by yours truly. To cast an official vote, simply look for the team you have in mind, and in amongst the replies, upvote the livery you want to see make it through to the next round. There is no limit whatsoever to how many times you can vote, so feel free to upvote all of your favourite cars from this time frame, as well as leaving a comment and sharing your thoughts on the liveries from the 2010s and beyond. So as you can see, every car which made it to an F1 grid during the past 11 seasons will have the chance to progress into the tournament proper. Only the top 5 most upvoted liveries will make it through. That being said, I will be using some discretion when determining the final outcome to ensure we get a nice variety of different teams and different livery designs throughout this time. And for the sake of simplicity, one-off special edition liveries won't be included either. Time now for a quick recap on what was happening with each team during this time frame. More information on team liveries from this time can be found here on the F1 Livery History channel, as most teams here have already been profiled. Starting off with undoubtedly the most successful team from this era, Mercedes, which has maintained its traditional silver paint job for the majority of the time. Throughout the course of the years, the team has utilised the turquoise colour of its major partner and fuel supplier Petronas as an accent colour, as well as black, most notably in the 2020 season when it raced with the primarily black livery in support of racial and social diversity. The team's biggest rivals from the 2010s is Red Bull Racing, which of course dominated the first part of this decade, and has been competing throughout this time frame with its primary colour of navy blue, highlighted with the company's famous logo on the car's engine case and of course the nose cone. From 2013 until 2015, Red Bull raced officially as Infinity Red Bull Racing, adding purple to its livery. In 2016, Red Bull adopted a matte finish to its livery, and in 2018 began racing as Aston Martin Red Bull, with Aston Martin logos appearing chiefly on the car's rear wing. Ferrari, as it had been doing for the previous 60 seasons, competed throughout the 2010s with its cars painted in its national racing colour. The team's principal sponsors during this time were long-standing fuel suppliers Shell and cigarette brand Marlboro, which spent the majority of the decade appearing on the car in a slightly more subtle manner than seen before. From 2010 until 2017, the team would race with sponsorship from Santander, and in 2018 the mysterious Mission Winnow brand made its first appearance on the car. In 2019, Ferrari took on a matte finish, and would also spend the season celebrating 70 consecutive seasons of Formula 1 competition. McLaren would undertake a period of evolution during the course of this decade, both on and off the track. From the beginning of the decade until 2013, the team raced with Vodafone as its primary sponsor, continuing on with its chrome silver and red combination, which had been seen since 2007. In 2014, the team raced with a mainly silver livery, before adopting a red and black team livery during the 2015 and 2016 seasons. In 2017, McLaren added orange to its livery, before returning to its classic papaya orange paint job, with augmentations of metallic blue in 2018. Likewise, longtime Formula 1 constructors Williams would also undergo a series of developments on numerous fronts during the 2010s. In 2010, the team ran with its recognised blue and white colour scheme, before introducing a new livery for the 2011, 2012 and 2013 seasons, which drew parallels to the team's classic Rothmans livery from the mid-90s. This was followed by a 5-year association with Martini, as the team ran with white cars topped off with Martini's famous branding. In 2019, Williams was joined by Rocket, which saw touches of sky blue added to the car with an airbrushed look. Unfortunately for financial reasons, Williams would lose its deal with Rocket in 2020, resulting in the team reverting to its current livery. French manufacturers Renault would participate in Formula 1 during the 2010s on a revolving basis, but when present was always seen on track in its traditional colours of yellow and black, as was the case in 2010. Renault would go on to sell its Formula 1 entry to Genai Capital the following year, which ran the Enstone-based team under the Lotus F1 banner until 2015, competing with a black and gold team livery which paid homage to the legendary JPS Lotus liveries of the 70s and 80s. Thereupon the team would be sold back to Renault and would once again revert to the yellow and black colour combination associated with the French brand. Sauber, having regained full control of its Formula 1 operations, spent the period from 2010 until 2014 competing in a combination of white, grey and red. In 2015 the team signed with Banco do Brasil, which saw the team taking on a royal blue livery which also utilised yellow and white. And in 2017 the team would celebrate its 25th season in Formula 1 by adding gold trim to its livery. In 2018 Sauber would first compete in association with Alfa Romeo, and in 2019 the team was officially renamed Alfa Romeo Racing. From 2010 until 2013, Force India competed in the white, green and saffron colours of the Indian tricolour, with Kingfisher serving as the team's major sponsor. Sahara would assume the role of title sponsor in 2012, and in 2014 the team changed its primary livery colour to black. This was to change again in 2017, when the team went with a bright pink livery courtesy of new sponsors BWT. In 2018 the team went into administration and was eventually taken over by Lance Stroll and renamed Racing Point, retaining its pink team livery right up until 2020. Red Bull's junior team, Toro Rosso, would race with a similar yet different livery to its sister team, which made use of navy blue, red and gold, and like before featured its animated version of the team's Charging Bull logo. This was the case up until 2017, when the team began to promote Red Bull Cola and run with a metallic blue, red and silver livery. In 2020, the team was renamed to promote the Red Bull-owned clothing line, AlphaTauri, changing its colours to navy blue and white. In 2010, Virgin Racing joined the Formula 1 grid, racing with a red, black and white colour scheme. The team was sold and renamed Marussia heading into 2012, continuing to race in red, black and white. In 2015, ownership of the team would again change hands, as the team competed as Manor Marussia, and then simply as Manor Racing in 2016 with a red, blue and white colour scheme. Another team to join in 2010 was Lotus Racing, which participated in the sport under this name until 2012, when the team was renamed Caterham. From its inception until 2013, the team raced with a livery derived from the classic green and gold colour scheme employed by the original Team Lotus during the 1960s, making use of the classic yellow racing stripe on its car. In 2014, the team would spend its final season in Formula 1 racing with a plain green livery. The Hispanic Racing team competed in Formula 1 from 2010 until 2012, originally racing with a black livery that made use of the colours of the Spanish flag as offset colours. In 2011 the team would run with a white and red livery that came with a checkered flag motif before returning in 2012 with a white, red and gold livery. In 2016, Haas F1 would make its debut as a constructor, competing in the colours of red, black and white from its debut until 2019, when it entered a brief but ultimately ill-fated partnership with energy drink company Rich Energy, which saw the team run with a black and gold colour combination for the 2019 season. Following this association, Haas would return to its recognised red, black and white colour combination. And with that recap, I now hand it over to you, the viewers. As mentioned earlier, the voting options are pinned below. The 5 most upvoted liveries from the comments section will progress to the next round, so don't forget to cast your vote, give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to stay 100% updated on the tournament. I hope everybody has fun participating, and I'll see you again in a week's time with the voting results from this video and to run through the contenders for the 2000s.